Does it have audio? Let's check it. Oh boy, oh boy. Check one, two. I got audio. Okay, guys, I'll be right back, guys. Yeah, okay, I got audio there. Okay, now I got to find my scoreboard. Too many things going on here. So I can close these pages. I can close Facebook, right? Why not close it? I used to close it all the time, and it still stays live. I don't. Yeah, yeah. Close Facebook, and well, no, I could always pop out the chat when I go back to the page. Not, I mean, on YouTube I can. I'm sorry. Okay, so this one here. Let me say hello, hello, home, and hit the three buttons and pop out this chat. Okay, popped out. Too much fucking work. And now I can close YouTube. I don't need YouTube open. I'm streaming already. There's my scoreboard, and I got to get the names updated. As soon as I do this, we can talk. Okay. Let me, table one. Ray Carter and Shannon Lindholm. Okay, table one. Hey, what's the race there with you guys? You talk to these people, but they're in another world. Okay, so we got Ray, and I'm just going to put Ray C, period. Oh, period. Okay, Ray C, Ray Carter, and Shannon. SHANNON. Hope it all fits on the scoreboard. Shannon L. Hey, what's the race over here between you guys? Even? Four. One second, Green. Go ahead. Hey, folks, just for an update, I understand people want to watch the other table and they want to watch this one. Just for an update, we're going to leave it here because we just caught this match from the very beginning. They just cracked the rack, the opening rack. And you have Ray and Shannon playing Cindy and Dave here. I don't know the players personally. I will find out. I'm sure you guys at home do. And we'll be right back with the World Pool Championships live from Vegas. Just give me a few minutes, folks. Okay, folks, I am back. Got a little insight into OBS a little bit more from Kevin Greeny from JIP streaming, live stream. Not only that, I don't want to shut down every match and then come back and have to reset the broadcast. So I have to go talk to Mike and get an external hard drive on board here. I do not want to save anything into the computer because you just bog it down. Now, so we got Ray and Shannon playing Cindy and Dave, and I believe this is Shannon, if I'm not mistaken, but I could be wrong. Yeah, that was Shannon. So now coming up to bat here is Dave. You guys keep an eye on this. I have to run and talk to Mike. It's crucial that I get this hard drive as fast as possible. And I want to get it before any of the stores close. I don't know if Mike is listening. I don't even know if he's downstairs here. If he's not, then I'll have to call him. But I'll be back momentarily. You guys keep me updated on the score. When I get back, maybe you can keep me updated. In the meantime, stand by, folks. I'll be back. Hopefully the audio will maintain itself.
All right, folks. Got to the bottom of things. 2-1 here in favor of Sydney and Dave over Ray and Shannon. I just updated the scoreboard. Thank you, everybody, for standing by. I'm here. I think what we're going to do tomorrow, I'm going to attempt to stream table 2 to YouTube and table 1 to Facebook. This way here, anybody that wants to watch the other match can switch over. Just that one match or the other is not going to have commentary. There's only going to be one with commentary. But you'll be able to watch both matches. Take your choice. You know, some people are friends with different opponents. So I'm going to try to accommodate that. I'll be down here late trying to set that up. Hopefully we'll get to the bottom of that and should be okay. In any case, this is Shannon up at the table, right? If I'm not mistaken. No, this is not Shannon up at the table. This is Cindy. And looks like she's eyeballing this 2-ball. The cue ball will be going away from the 3. She might want to shoot the 1 next. She did. She wanted to get underneath it. Yeah, the one camera that we're watching here is kind of grainy. It has to be adjusted. This is all equipment I'm not familiar with. Usually my equipment I use is different, but notice the view on this camera is pretty good. So the iris has to be opened up on the other camera. And that's another thing I got to get used to. This is not my gear. It's somebody else's. I'm just hired to come down here and do the commentary and get it all set up, which I did. Just there's little things in between that are going to take time to do, and I'm working on them. I'm one-man operation here. And then shutting down, between matches and restarting the streams again is also another little bit of a headache, but that's the way they want it. They want the matches split up, so that's why I have to do it that way. But we are on YouTube and Facebook with the same match. Thank you. Who's that? Dean? Thanks, Dean. Dean, wait a minute. I know that last name. It's one of the Shannon. I guess you know Shannon, right? Isn't it Shannon's last name? Lindholm? Just happened. Oh, it's your wife. Okay. Okay, gotcha. Gotcha. I'll tell you what, this Cindy and Dave shooting pretty good here. He's looking at the 8-ball. The 8-ball is something that has to be nudged. If you cannot make the 8-ball in any pocket, the 5-ball would be your breakout ball. And it's crucial that you do that as soon as possible. Well, here, got to break this up. But you can't do it here. You can't do it off the 7-ball. So you make the 7, the 2, and then you use the 5 into the side and then bump into the pack. But you got to make sure you bump it in the right way. In other words, you want to bump the top of the, looks like the 15 ball, and with enough power that the cue ball doesn't get trapped up behind it. And the 8 should roll to the lowest part of the rail, which is the bottom of your monitor, and the cue ball rests there also. So you just want to feather it out of there. Play the 7, then the 2. And really, I'll tell you what, from here, it's a really nice position to get to the 5 to use the breakout. You want to stay up table, though, to shoot the 5 in the side. Stay high. That's perfect. I believe that's pretty good with a little bit of draw here. You got to have a little draw. Now, what you want to do is you want to feather the top of the 14, I believe it is, to the right side of the 8, and just nudge the 8 to get to the lower rail, and the cue ball goes in the direction towards the right long rail and then comes down where the chalk is at the lower rail. This is a crucial shot here, but it's warranted without a doubt. It should have been taken care of earlier, but they failed to do so, or they weren't in a position to do it. A little bit of draw. You want to hit the top right side of this 15 ball. Just bump it enough where the 8 just comes out. Don't overpower it because you can get trapped up behind the 15. Boy, oh boy, that's some shot, but she missed a 5. Wow. That was a pretty good smash up right there. That would have left the 8. So the heat is on right now for Ray and Shannon. They want to prevent their opponents from getting to the hill. It's a race to 4, as you could see in the parentheses. That's the race that the teams have to go to. It's not bad. It's not bad. A little straight on this 14. Looks like the 14 against the rail. It's a little straight there. Still playable, but let's take the 15. Good shot. You got to make sure you make this, or else 5's a sitting duck. Very nice shot. Held the cue ball perfectly. And good opportunity here for Ray and Shannon to tie this ball game up. Nice little stun shot. Just hold it. Oh, oh, oh. Whoa, that's on the kind of 50-yard line. The 5 ball does help the 8 go if he wants to bank it towards the 5. He's cutting it straight in. From our vantage point, it looks real difficult. Cue ball's going to be a little hot here. Not that hot. All right, we got a ball game, 2-2. Turned out all right. When you got a partner that can back you up in positions like that, makes you kind of feel good, right? Your shoulders don't shrug down. They kind of stand up and say, yeah, we got this. It's a race to 4. So again, tomorrow, folks, just to remind you, play a break here. They're going to take a little break. And there's nothing going on table 2. I could maybe adjust one of the cameras to go to table 4. Not sure who the players are, but I wonder if we can just give the camera a little bit of a twist, so to say, so we can watch something while the players are on break. Well, that ain't gonna happen. I can't get the camera turned all the way around that way, so we're gonna have to leave that where it was. We can't get over there. I just want to take a second and just to give all the kudos in the world to every player that showed up here. There's 306 pool tables here, and many players. Many, in fact, I bumped into Dave Grar and the boys from up north. They're here, and many others that I bumped into. It's nice. I want to thank Jason Long for sharing the live stream. Thank you. Christina commented on your video. What did she say? I can't see it. Oh, she's watching one of the video highlights. I want to thank everybody that's been sharing this information. I know it's a little bit of a headache right now because of issues that do come up, right? But we will have it all straightened out. We're going to be here for 2 weeks, just about. Well, we didn't have to move the camera. That's good. And we're back in action here. I believe the last scheduled match is around 9, if I'm not mistaken, and we're approaching that time in about another hour. And then I'll still be downstairs working here to try to get other things up to par. All right, to the break we're going. Nice break. Pocketed one of the wing balls. This is a big game. I mean, when you're playing a race to 4, aren't you thinking, like, it's a race to 4? We got to win this next one to get on the hill, right? I mean, that's got to be running through your mind and the adrenaline rush, and that's what makes this game so great. We're all gluttons for punishment. I love it. So I guess after the break, it's still an open table, even though Cindy pocketed a ball. So Dave's going to take a look around, and it looks like he's going to pick the stripes. That 13 ball staring him in the eyes. Taking that 13, he can bump out that 10 ball. He's going up table first. Okay, I like your style. Look at the backhand. Does the 11 go through that eye of the needle there? If the 11 goes between the 1 and the 7, then Cindy's okay. If it doesn't, you can play the 11 off the 7 towards the pocket. That's one of the Efren shots. Whoa. She is thinking about it. The 11 might go. Yeah, it does thread the needle. Looks like it goes right through there. Not a bad shot, and an opportunity to break that stripe out, or at least bump the top one. Yeah, that's what Dave is looking at now. Definitely a good opportunity to do so. You still maintain a shot. In other words, an insurance shot on the 12 or the 9, depending on where the cue ball winds up. You got to make sure you know what you're doing here. Raise a 662 father on Shannon, 1 women's regular election. Wow, cool. Good information right there. Appreciate that. There you go. You bump the 10 out. It's open. Now you take the 10. You take the 10 first, then the 12, then the 9. And you bounce back up for the 8 ball. Where is the 8 ball? Am I looking at? Yeah, the 8 ball threads the needle too. That's the 8 ball right there. It goes between the 7 and the 1. Wow. This might be tic-tac-toe. It's all over. Let's go. I like taking this one down the left-hand bottom corner first. Well, you could take either one, but you want to get not as straight. In other words, the way the cue ball and the 12 are lined up, there's still a little angle to go to the left. If she can maintain that after pocketing this ball in the side pocket, that'll be a big help to come down. I think that's the 9 on the lower rail near the right-hand corner. take that one first. Just stop it right there. And you can go up and down table if you need. Oh, they're going to take out the 9 first. That's not a bad move. That's not a bad move. So they're going to use the 10 ball as what they call the key ball in straight ball. The key ball is always the ball before the next rack in straight ball to set up a straight pull break shot. I don't know if you guys are familiar with that game, but it's a great game. If you can master straight pull, you got the rest mastered. You know, because there's a lot of balls in straight pull. But if you can play rotation, 15 ball rotation, and master that, then you got the game of. That's not bad. Dave shook his stick like he wanted the cue ball to stop. I think that's perfect. All she has to do is roll up here. You don't have to roll up too far. Don't get perfect. Just have a shot at that 8 ball. Yeah, the game of rotation is played a lot in the Philippines. If you ever played 9 ball, it's in, rotation, 1, 2, 3, all the way to the 9, and 10 balls the same way. And in the Philippines, they do play 15 ball rotation. So you got more balls on the table. So there's a lot more traffic, and it helps you perfect your position play. It's like pulling a car into a tight parking lot, in a tight space. Just roll up a little bit. You don't have to hold this. We are playing on a bar table, Valley bar table. Just roll up on it, and you should be fine. Looks like the angle is naturally there. Perfect. Perfect. So this is going to put Dave and Cindy on the hill here. 3-2. Shannon said these tables are faster than the room tables. Yeah, I'm not sure, but I would have to believe her. I didn't shoot a ball on these tables, and I guess the pool room you're talking about that she plays out of. The air conditioning here in the casinos or in major conventions is a lot stronger, and I'll go back to Earl Strickland. Humidity plays a big part of it, right? In a small pool room, when you get a lot of people in there and the breathing, it gets humid. And here it's pretty dry. In fact, the soda, a water, I got everything in front of me. Not only because I talk, but to me, it's like kind of a dry air, but it's very heavily air conditioned. Nice break. Can you imagine breaking every single ball on a table up like that and nothing flying in a pocket on a small bar table? It is crazy. All right, we got an open table here for Dave and Cindy, and they're on the hill. The 10 ball is available if he wants to take the stripes. I kind of like the stripes. The only concerning stripe is the 9, where the 1 and the 6 and the 8 are residing. But I kind of like the stripes from here. And I don't think it pays to play the 10 ball from here. It looks like you're not going to be able to escape the 4 ball unless he puts a nice spin and draw on it. If he puts it with a nice touch, this is not a strong stroke, just enough to see the 13 on the right-hand side or hold for the 11. He went up table a little bit. And it looks like the 9 is going to be out of the lock situation as the pocket to the bottom left-hand side is available. And you could bump the 1 out of the way. Or maybe Cindy is thinking about going up table to the right-hand corner here. There's a couple options. I would take that 9 out right away. That's your only trouble. Yeah, draw into the 1. Just nudge the 1, not hard. She's not touching it. She tried to bump it square in the face. There's still a shot. The 10 ball, I think it's a 14 or the 10 in the upper right-hand corner. It's a 10 ball. Still a shot there. In fact, leaving that 13 and 15 there where the cue ball is kind of a safety play, right? Kind of blocks that corner pocket from your opponent. Now, I mean, the tables in the lodge room. Oh, the tables in the lodge room. That could be. I mean, this is a smaller room, of course. This is where all the semifinals, the finals, all the finals are going to be played. So it's kind of cut off, and the air conditioner is definitely blowing. So, yeah, it could be that they're running faster in here. But you know what? Being a pool player and you go to different locations, you really have to acclimate yourself to the conditions, you know. That's just part of the nature of the game. So he doesn't like the 10 ball. He's going after the 12 here. Or the 11. Looks like the 11. Made it. And I don't know. The 14 looks good, but then you're in trouble. I mean, you do have running room to go up and down, and you got to really know the speed of the table here. Or if you can thread the needle between the 1 and the 6 and have the whatever ball it is, pocket that right into the corner. Yeah, that's what she's going to do. Or she's going to the 15 against the rail, maybe. No, she did have vision. What a nice shot. That's good. That'll worky. Now you played a 10, come across table, put a 14. You're looking pretty good here. Yeah, just keep the cue ball underneath the 3 or on top, any direction you want. Just stay out of the side pocket. Nice shot. Put a nice left-hand spin on it, and he got there. He definitely got there. Crucial. What window do you play for to play this last ball that's against the rail? Where's the window? The window is awfully small between the 1 and the 6. This is a tough shot. Tough shot. I don't know. She's thinking about putting a lot of right-hand English on this, and it could throw the 14 out of the pocket. She's looking for a window, and they're all tiny. If she doesn't give her partner a shot on this 15 in the bottom corner here, believe me, don't hold it against her. There's a lot of traffic around there. Let's see how Cindy handles this. Oh, this is the open Scotch doubles. All right, so this is even races. Okay. Yeah, this is trouble. Trouble in River City, and it's spelt with a P and a double O-L. It's pool. What I like is her playing this with speed that she can see the 15 between the 6, right there. That's the shot I like because that's the biggest window on the table. Everything else is, I mean, if you're going to play the odds on the biggest window, what Cindy is looking at is the best odds. Just don't bump any of those solids down table. Go right between them. Yep, that's your odds. Two rails. Don't try to baby this. Go 2 rails. Let your stroke out. A little left-hand English will put that cue ball go straight up and down table here. All right. I muted for a second there. Oh, she tried to baby it. This could be trouble. Oh, it is trouble all the way around. The only good thing is the 14 hung up in the corner pocket, kind of blocking that pocket, but not necessary for them to run out these solids. You take the 4 ball first on the left-hand side. I think that's the 4, whatever it is, that solid on the left, and then you got the next 3 down below. You can knock them off like sitting ducks. There you go. Good. This is a tough game to fade when you know your opponent's on the hill. This is tough game to fade here. I don't know about this one here. I like leaving that 8-ball trapped up with as many balls as you can. But good position for these next 3 down table. I like taking these 3, then the 6. Play the 3. Or play the 3 in the bottom right-hand corner if it goes by the 15. I like these 3. Knock these 3 out of the box. Shot. And the angle to come back. Shot. Don't even touch that 6. If you hear me mute, folks, I like between the 1 and the 6. Yeah, that was a tough position to get into, Dean. That was a very small window to play, but in any case, it's not over, that's for sure. This is Ray here. The 3 ball's concerning because the 14's blocking that upper corner, but, you know, there's another 5 pockets, right? Just got to play the position for it. That's not a bad shot now. That ain't a bad shot at all. You play this, you play the 6 on the side, and you drift up table and play the 3 in the bottom right-hand corner, as long as that 3 goes past that 15. And that's exactly what Shannon's looking at. Not hard now, just enough. Oh, she took the 6 out first, and that ain't bad either. This gives you the natural 3 railer to get on top of the 3. This is nice. Left-handed players, boy, they think different, don't they? 3 rails. Oh, he went 2 rails. You got to get up there. You didn't let the stroke out. Boy, he really put the heat on Shannon here. She's going to try to cut this down the corner pocket. The heat is on. Everybody put your seatbelts on. We're going to be flying here at 30,000 feet. Trying to make this 3 ball. Not an impossible shot. But under the gun, when you're down and your opponent's on the hill, it becomes a little tougher. It's like shooting a beach ball into an anthole. The pressure's on here. Does she stand up to it? Nope. No. Cindy and Dave here could win this match. Shot. And a great angle to draw back up for the 8 in the side. Perfect. Great angle. Cue ball will wind up exactly where it is now, or a little bit further up table. Put a good stroke on it. Don't even think about babying this and holding for the 8 ball in that upper right-hand corner. I mean, it is available, but it's, you know, you really don't want to roll. You really don't want to roll a shot like this. I say she puts draw on a left-hand draw, bring the cue ball up table on top of the 8. Sort of say you're shooting down at the 8 into the side pocket. I don't like babying this at all. You could wind up shooting over the 3. You got to draw it. You don't want to go in the side pocket. Perfect. That's good enough. Perfect. He can cut this right in the side, can he? Or is my vision going? Yeah, right in the side pocket. There's the match. Tough way to go down. Got a little out of shape, and that's what causes somebody to win the game. 4-2. We'll take the scoreboard down. There's nobody playing on the other table. That might have been our last match. I'm pretty sure it was. And if it is, I got a lot of work to do. Let me take the scoreboard down. Folks, I'm going to find out in a little while what's going on. I think that was my last match because nothing else is going on. There's like only 2 other matches in this room going on. I'm going to try to find out now. Oh! Almost called the wrong person. All right, folks, that was the last match that I'm set to stream. They actually have 3 other rounds, but since I got to do camera work and get things straightened out where we can stream at 2 tables at one time so that you can go to YouTube or Facebook, depending on which match you want to watch. I'm going to try to get that ready for tomorrow morning because I got to be here at 9 o'clock a.m. They start at 8, but I will be streaming my first one at 9 or the one right after whenever it starts. So that's the end of the stream for tonight. We apologize for things that malfunction with technology, but I'm sure we'll get it all straightened out tonight. Thank you, everybody, and we'll see you tomorrow. Thanks for the kind words there, Dean. Have a good night.